So you can run commands at a prompt, but what is that prompt? Where does that come from? How are your commands gonna run? And why does it matter? You will get an answer for these questions in this lecture. My name is Tayfun. Welcome to another lecture of our Auxiliary course. Let's get started. That little prompt is produced by a program called shell. Let's actually get our diagram here so we can write things better on screen. So here, so the little prompt is produced by a program called shell. So it's a user interface that sits between you and the Linux interface here. So here, for example, in the left side this is you here, and here this is our famous penguin. So I can't draw penguin right now, but I will try here. So this is our penguin here, and here this is our penguin. Yeah. Here, so this is the shell that sits between you and the Linux operating system. So Linux supplies several shells, and the most common and the standard for this course is called the bash shell. So actually, let's actually write this. So we're gonna use that as we're gonna use that as a bash shell. Bash. So this is just a standard that most widely used shell type in Linux here. So bash and other shells do much more than simply run commands. For example, actually let's delete this. Yeah. For example, when a command includes a wildcard here, so this is a wildcard. This is a wildcard operator. This refers to multiple files at once. So for example, ls here. Let's actually go to bin, so we have more files on bin here. So for example, ls, let's find the c here, and as you can see, we get c file. Oops, not like this. ls like this, and as you can see, no such file or directory. For example, we access the multiple files at once, but in this case we don't have a C file here. So let's actually, instead of writing finding folders, let's go to Python here. So I think we're gonna have Python 3. Python 3. Yeah, that's actually find this here. Let's actually here. OpenSSL. So let's go here. OpenSSL, ls. So let's look what we here see the OpenSSL. What's the directory? Yeah, OpenSSL apparently is a file. Yeah, that's it. So for example, ls, something like that. You're gonna see all of this here. So the wildcard here, we will use the wildcard in the next lectures too. So the wildcard is handled entirely by the shell, not by the program ls here. So the shell evaluates the expression here. For example, let's actually write this like a clear cd home and Kali here. So here, for example, ls, yeah, the R code here, the wildcard operator, for example, ls the .py or ls txt, we had txt files, right? And as you can see, we got on here. So if it copy this txt files right now, and here let's open our text here right now, auxil txt, copy here like this. So now, yeah, here, and as you can see, we got all the copies here. So here the wildcard, and as you can see here, the shell evaluates the expression, the wildcard operator .txt, and invisibly replaces it with a list of matching file names before ls runs. So in other words, ls never sees the wildcard here. So for the perspective of ls, the type following command is going to be, for example, ls the auxiliary. Oops, actually, let's first, auxiliary here, ls auxiliary copy, for example, copy 1 and copy 1, yes, or no, we don't have, copy 10, for example, and after that txt, and then it comes auxiliary.txt, or like auxiliary, again, auxiliary copy txt, copy, for example, 8 or 6 here, auxiliary copy like this, and here, as you can see, we got an error. So our this wildcard operator sees like this. So the shell also handles pipes, as you saw in the first section of this course. So it redirects the std in and std out transparently, so that the programs involved have no idea they are communicating with each other. So every time a command runs, some steps are the responsibility of the invoked program, such as ls. So at some there are the responsibility here are the responsible of the shell. So expert users understand which is which. So that's one reason they create a long complex command off the top of their head and run them successfully. So they already know what the command will do before they press enter. So in part because they understand the separation between shell and programs it invoked. So in this lecture we will launch you understanding of the Linux shell. I will take the same minimalist approach I used for commands and pipes in previous lectures, rather than cover dozens of shell features, and I will hand you just enough information to carry you to the next step of our learning journey. So in this lecture you will learn about the pattern matching for file names, you will learn redirection of input and outputs, you will learn variables to store valuables, quoting and escaping to disable certain shell features, the search path for locating programs to run, and lastly you will learn how to save changes to your shell environment. So I'm waiting you in the next lecture. See you later.